in the air until rain or snow brings it to the ground, into the soil, into the water, into the food supply. Thailand, South Korea, and Singapore have now begun checking foods imported from Japan, checking for radioactivity. American helicopter crew members were given potassium iodide today after flying humanitarian missions over Japan, and radiation detectors found low levels of contamination. The airline Lufthansa has started checking its flights from Japan for radioactivity. Now, none has been found so far, but they are rerouting inbound flights away from Tokyo anyway, China canceling some flights to Tokyo and evacuating its citizens from the areas of highest radiation. Now, relief workers have had some good news. Rescues continuing today, including one elderly man, a 70-year-old woman, both of them trapped for more than 90 hours in the rubble. But the ripple effects continue to be felt around the world. Japan's stock market losing more than $500 billion this week, although shares did rebound somewhat at the open here this morning. Germany's Chancellor, Angela Merkel, ordering checks for every nuclear plant in her country and ordering all 7 built before 1980 to be shut down, at least for now. The European Union has come to an agreement for stress tests for nuclear plants throughout Europe as well. And in the U.S., House Democrats are calling on Republicans to hold hearings on the safety issues possibly affecting American nuclear plants. We'll have more on the questions being raised in the states later this hour, but let's talk about this huge and very disturbing development, the 50 remaining workers leaving the plant. NBC's Robert Vizell is here, our chief science correspondent. Put in some context, if you will, this latest development, Bob.
Well, one piece of slightly good news is that they were only taken out of there for 45 minutes. The cabinet secretary said that, chief cabinet secretary said that they had left the site, and as soon as he left the site, that led to a lot of news bulletins. Workers evacuated. They did have to leave it, but they only were gone for 45 minutes until the radiation levels came down. Apparently, but there is something much more ominous in this. Why did the radiation levels go up so much that the workers had to leave? The chief cabinet secretary said it could have been a breach in the containment of reactor number 3. Now, we haven't heard much about reactor number 3 for a long time, for a few days, but there was a breach in the containment of reactor number 2, which was the first breach of a containment facility since Chernobyl.
For people who don't do nuclear speak, help us to understand exactly what that is.
It's bad. It's bad, and it's getting worse. Does